Hello everyone, this is Tom from the Equity Music Store in Utrecht, the Netherlands. Today we're taking a look at a very interesting and honestly kind of historic Eastman guitar, because this is an extremely early Eastman hollow body electric guitar from the year 2006. And I believe that Eastman only started building guitars around that time period. So this is also a very unique one, because it is probably a prototype and actually the very first one to arrive in the Netherlands and in Europe. So this is just, yeah, beyond cool in that sense, especially if you're a big Eastman fan. Then this guitar is very much up your alley if you're also kind of like into the historic things of it. But this is an Eastman T165-SX hollow body electric guitar in its original sunburst finish. So like I said, from the year 2006, and it has been gigged quite a bunch because we've got wear all over this thing. So you can definitely then know for certain that this was somebody's gigging machine and that somebody really loved playing this thing, because if he or she didn't, then it wouldn't be in this shape. But although it has a lot of wear, it is all in a very nice condition, like playing condition. But yeah, really cool to have in the shop. So like I said, this was the first Eastman electric guitar to arrive in Europe and in the Netherlands. So that is very, very cool. So let's dive into the specs, because these are actually also some very high-end type of specs that you would only like find on very high-end hollow body electric guitars, because we've got a hollow body first and foremost, which is 15 inches wide over here at the lower bout, and we've got a solid carved spruce top as well as solid carved mahogany back and sides. So that is very cool. You only really see hand carved or like carved solid wood on very high-end hollow body electrics. So this is really kind of like up that type of an alley. So very cool to see. It is also kind of like a thin line. The dimensions or the depth specifically is approximately like 2 inches. And then like on the sides and then like on the inside, if you will, like where it is at its most deep, it is 3 inches deep. And obviously you've got dual sound holes, F holes, 3-way pickup selector switch, 2 humbucker pickups, and these are probably Kent Armstrong humbuckers with the 12 individual pull piece screws, so we can definitely tell, resulting in that very cool look. And they also sound really, really good. Obviously also all gold hardware. Got a kind of like a Nashville style bridge, Tunematic, not entirely sure who the manufacturer of that is. And then also a gold tailpiece to match, a stop bar tailpiece. Got dual volumes and dual tone controls for each of your humbucker pickups. Input jack over here on the side, your strap button over here, as well as here on the back. Also got some multiply binding around the top as well as on the back. The top we've got some 5-ply binding. Then on the back we've got some 3-ply binding. And also take a look at that really cool looking wood grain of that mahogany. It is also, by the way, done in a, the entire guitar is also done in a nitro finish, because Eastman actually used to use nitro cellulose finish on all of their guitars up until actually quite recently, like a couple of years ago. I'm guessing like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So now they use what they call a true tone finish, which is also really good, but nitro is the more traditional, and so they use that for a very long time, and this one is then no exception at that. And that is also how you get this wear that you see right here, because if it was that true tone type of a finish, then you would not get wear that looks like this. You can also like see in the spruce top that the finish has like sunken in a bit into the wood grain, and that is then also very much typical for nitro. So you have that then on the body as well as on the neck, just the entire guitar. And speaking of the neck, let's move on to the neck. Mahogany neck, looks to be a 3-piece mahogany back, like meaning that you've got 3 pieces of mahogany that are then glued together to make this entire neck. It has an ebony fingerboard with some simple small dot mother of pearl inlays. Fingerboard is also bound in a 3-ply binding, and the profile is kind of a little bit medium to slim, definitely a C shape, but not like the medium or like the traditional even C that you see a lot nowadays on their guitars. But this is a little bit slimmer than that. Still just very nice feeling and very nice playing, but a little bit more slim. And then what's also kind of unique about this neck is that it is quite a wide nut, because the nut width is actually 1 inch and 3/4. So to find that on an electric guitar is quite notable. Not very common to see, but that does make it for a very nice playing experience for kind of like lead style playing, because you have a lot of space here for your fingers. So that is actually a very cool thing to have. But it does feel a little bit unusual at first, but you do get used to it, so wouldn't worry too much about that. And that nut is then also made out of bone, and then the headstock features this kind of like this older style Eastman logo, which is then also inlaid, what appears, in a wood, I'm guessing like in maple or something, and then the face of the headstock is then done in like what appears to be rosewood or maybe ebony, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But definitely does look to be a wooden veneer over the headstock, and also kind of like this older style headstock shape, by the way, looking rather nice, also with just plenty of wear as you see on the entire guitar. Then on the back we've got these golden Godot tuners that look and work really well. And then the condition, like I said at the very beginning, got a lot of wear. This was again somebody's main gigging machine, so you've got just a bunch of wear all over on the body as well as on the neck. You do got like a ding over here on the back of the neck, on like the 5th fret over here, like right in the middle, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. But that is really kind of like the only noticeable ding that is kind of like feelable, if you will, on the neck. Also there got a small one right there around the 3rd fret, but you feel that way less than this one. But no breaks, cracks or repairs, so it hasn't been decapitated in its life, so that is a good thing. But also there on the headstock got plenty of scratches again, as well as there on the back, but it is just all just in playing order, and it does what it is supposed to do. So this is all just mojo. This is all just just the life that it has lived, resulting in just this very cool, very early Eastman electric hollow body guitar. So again, very stoked to have this in the shop. The first electric Eastman ever to arrive in Europe. Really kind of like a collector's guitar at that. So yeah, if you're a big fan of Eastman and you want one that is completely unique and very early, then definitely check this one out. This particular one, because again, this is the very first one. And then the last thing to mention, it also comes with its original hard shell case, which is actually a very cool case. It's kind of like this molded, that is like the perfect fit for this particular guitar. Like it also is like guitar shaped almost, if you will, you know. It is not like this plain flat box. It just looks very cool, so definitely be sure to take a look at the listing that you can find below for some photos of that, because it's just a very cool case. Yeah. And by the way, on top of that, it also sounds fantastic and plays fantastic, so that is probably most important. So let's move on to that part and hear what it actually sounds like. But first, if you're interested in this incredibly early Eastman hollow body electric guitar, the T165-SX in its original sunburst finish, be sure to head over to the links in the description for further details. If you enjoyed this demo, be sure to like the video and to subscribe to the channel for more cool weekly demos of cool electric guitars like these, or cool acoustics, bass guitars even, all of that really cool stuff. Also be sure to like us and follow us on our socials, Instagram and Facebook. Links are also in the description. With all that being said, let's hear what this Eastman T165-SX from 2006 sounds like. Going to be playing it through the Marshall GATM 45 Bluesbreaker style amplifier. So let's move on to that part and let's take this incredibly early Eastman electric guitar for a spin.